Live from Palmasola Park, Florida Gulf Coast League softball. It is the Manatee Skeeters, the home team, against the Manatee Impact. We apologize for the delay caused by weather here in the Manatee Bradenton area, but hopefully it subsides as in the circle Abby Turnpaw faces the Impact batting order. First pitch is a strike on the outer edge. Hello everybody, I'm Lance Williams on the call. Batting second behind Harley Chisholm at third, it's Brianna Santangelo, the DP. Hitting third, Megan Towery in center. Hitting cleanup, Maddie Parker, the catcher. In the 5 spot, Calissa Coates plays short. Hitting sixth, Jayla Mitchell at second. In the 7-hole, Samuel Lenhair in left field. Batting eighth, Cam Nolte at first base. In the 9 spot, Mackenzie Smith in right. And with the Impact sending 10, Autumn Russell, the extra hitter, rounds out the order. Natalie Snowden will get the start for the Impact as this ball softly grounded past the glove of the pitcher, the second baseman, Tidball. Can't get it over in time. It's ruled safe. And an infield base hit for the Florida State Seminole to start this game off. That brings up Santangelo, the DP. Abby Turnpaw makes her 12th appearance through her first 11. 31 2/3 innings pitched. She has a 3-2 record, 6.85 ERA. Has allowed 45 hits that have brought in 31 earned runs. Has walked 30 and struck out 24. 0-1. Pitch is outside. Santangelo out of Columbia in the Ivy League. She's at the plate with a 1-1 count. Impact enter this game 5-7. Skeeters 4-8. As that pitch is high and outside. Let's set the defense for the Skeeters, coached by Morgan Kostler. The outfield left to right. Julia Tamolsky, Sydney Totarski, and KB Bradshaw. The infield playing third base, Tegan Riley, shortstop Marissa Martinez, Lila Tidball plays second, playing first base Izzy Henderson, and catching Annalisa Weinbarger. 3-1 count to the Impact designated player. That one's high, gets outside of the glove of Weinbarger, and Chisholm advances to second anyway. On the base on balls. So first two have reached safely for the Impact in this one. The leadoff single. The Santangelo walk. Now it's Megan Towery. She comes up. Towery, the Belmont Abbey Crusader, watches strike one. There's a big swing. Conference Carolinas, where Belmont Abbey plays, one of the competitive leagues at the D2 level. And Towery belts this to center, drops in front of the center fielder. They throw it to third, but it's off the bag. Chisholm is safe, and the bases are loaded following the single by Towery, and there's nobody out. Chisholm at third base. Santangelo is at second with Towery at first. The cleanup batter, Maddie Parker, comes up. Parker, a redshirt freshman from UCF. Parker redshirted this past season with the Knights. She's from Tampa. She holds up, takes ball 2. She has a 3-0 count. Complete hitters count. And Turnpaw finds the zone with a strike. Turnpaw from Manhattan University in the Metro Conference. 3-1. It's outside, and that forces in a run. Impact score first. RBI walk for Maddie Parker. First 4 have reached. Calissa Coates is up as there is a meeting in the circle for the Skeeters. That brought home Chisholm. And as a starting pitcher, they all have their routines, get into their grooves, get comfortable and ready to pitch. And well, this game had a accelerated start time after a weather delay. It's not exactly favorable conditions to get in the right mindset, but Abby Turnpaw is going to have to adjust. Calissa Coates out of Towson. Baltimore native Calissa Coates swings and bounces it foul. Coates fights another pitch off. One-two pitch. Turnpaw misses outside. Coates watches strike 3. Skeeters get that first out that they've been struggling to get. Brings up Jayla Mitchell, the second baseman. Mitchell takes a strike. Swing and a miss. Mitchell in the portal after a year at Memphis, where she hit 5 for 28 in the 29 games she appeared in. Mitchell goes down swinging. Turnpaw pulls the string. Back-to-back punch-outs. And if the Skeeters can limit the scoring to 1 in the top of the first after loading the bases with no outs, that would be a positive outcome. Sammy Lenhair takes a strike. The 0-1. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Abby Turnpaw strikes out the side. Fantastic response after getting the bases loaded. Did walk in a run, but just 1 run off of 2 hits, 2 walks, no errors, 3 left on. 1-0 as we go to the home half of the first. Bottom of the first, Natalie Snowden gets the start for the Impact, facing the Skeeters batting order. Leading things off, it's KB Brashaw. In right, hitting second, Olivia Artanis, the extra hitter. In the 3 spot, Sydney Totarski plays center. Cleanup duties belong to Annalisa Weinbarger, the catcher. In the 5-hole, Lila Tidball at second. Batting 6th, Marissa Martinez at short. The third baseman, Tegan Riley, hits 7th. In the 8-hole, Paige Bashati, the DP. In the 9-hole is Izzy Henderson at first base, and with the Skeeters batting 10, rounding things out, it is Julia Tamulski, the left fielder. Well, for the Impact, started the game off loading the bases thanks to 2 hits and a walk. Another walk brought in a run, but then Turnpaw struck out the side. Natalie Snowden out of Florida Southern makes her 6th appearance. Through her first 15 2/3 innings pitched, she has an 0-3 record, 13.40 ERA. It's allowed 30 runs off 35 hits, 13 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Kendall Bradshaw leads things off. This one right to the third baseman, Chisholm. Good glove, she gets it over. The defense for the Impact as Olivia Artanis is up. The outfield left to right, Sammy Lenhair, Megan Towery, and Mackenzie Smith. Third baseman is Harley Chisholm. Shortstop is Calissa Coates. Playing second, Jayla Mitchell. At first base, Cam Nolte. Catching, Maddie Parker. Bunt dropped down by Artanis. The catcher gloves it, throws it quickly, but can't get it over in time. It's a single for Artanis. Sydney Totarski takes ball 1. In the portal after 3 years at St. John's in the Big Apple. Last 4 years at St. John's, I should say. And Snowden walks a batter. Annalisa Weinbarger, the cleanup batter, out of Winthrop. Weinbarger swings, skies it to right center. The right fielder Smith makes the catch. No movement by the runners. Here's Lila Tidball from Florida Southern facing her teammate. That one bounces in the dirt. The catcher throws it a line to third, but the runner advances as that one took a skip in the dirt. Two in scoring position here for the Skeeters. Two 0. It's ball 3. Tidball takes a strike. Payoff pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are juiced. So bunt, single, and 2 walks load the bases. Artanis is at third, Totarski at second, and Tidball at first. As here's Marissa Martinez from St. Leo's University. This one hard hit ground ball to Coates. She goes the short way to third base, and the inning is over. Skeeters load the bases off 1 hit, no errors, 2 more walks, but they leave the bases full. We're through 1-0 Impact. 1-0 Impact. Top of the second. 8, 9, 10 due up for Manatee. Cam Nolte, Mackenzie Smith, and Autumn Russell. Turnpaw gets a strike. Fascinating first inning for Abby Turnpaw. She, with the first 4, reached safe off 2 singles, 2 walks, then struck out the next 3. Nolte yet another Florida Southern mock. Well represented in this game. Lila Tidball, Abby Turnpaw, Nolte. And she strikes out. 4 straight fanned batters for the Skeeters starter. Mackenzie Smith, the right fielder, in the portal after a freshman season at Indian River State College. She pulls that foul. Hit .313 this season with the River, as they call it. Smith rolls this softly to second, bobbled but recollected, and Tidball gets it over. Here's Autumn Russell, 10th batter in the order. Catcher by trade, the extra hitter for this game out of Western Carolina. Russell last season hit .170 in 26 games, 13 starts with the Catamounts. And she cranks this to right center, falls in the grass, base hit. Turnpaw had retired the previous 5, but it's a 2-out knock off the bat of Russell. And we go back to the top of the order with Harley Chisholm. She singled and scored in the first. The Florida State infielder. Chisholm takes strike 1. Chisholm from Weatherford, Oklahoma. Small town of 12,000. Out in the Sooner State. Turnpaw shakes off the pitch, and Chisholm wants time. Chisholm floats it to shallow right. That's down for a hit. Russell stops at second. It's back-to-back 2-out singles for the Impact. And Harley Chisholm, 2 times up, 2 for 2. Brings up Brianna Santangelo, who walked in the first. Pitches a ball to Santangelo. Fly ball on the right field side, drops foul. It is a long strike 2. Payoff to the plate. Santangelo whacks it foul. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Second time Santangelo has gotten on board with a walk. And we are in the top of the second. And the bases have been loaded now all 3 half innings. First pitch is a strike to Megan Towery. She singled in the first. Towery punches that one foul. Abby Turnpaw, the Manhattan Jasper in the circle. 12th appearance of the summer. 0-2 pitch. This ball lifted high to right center, and that one falls in front of the fence. 2 runs are in. It's a 2-run double for Megan Towery. It's 3-0 Impact. Towery's now 2 for 2. And the Impact up 3-0. Well, it's a great start to the inning from Turnpaw. Got the first 2 batters out, but now 4 straight have reached. There's a swinging strike by Maddie Parker. Oh, 1. Parker, redshirted, the UCF team that made its second ever Super Regional this season. And she takes strike 2. The victors of the Tallahassee region. Ironically, has some Florida State players from that team on her impact roster with her. And she strikes out. She's 0 for 1 after she walked in the first, and the inning is over. 2 runs come in for the impact off of 3 hits. No errors, 2 more left on. And we go to the bottom of the second, 3-0 impact. Natalie Snowden back in the circle in the bottom of the second. First pitch is a soft ground ball to the third baseman Chisholm. She charges, and they're saying it hit her foot. So it's a foul pitch off her foot. Well, with the velo, it got over to third. That must have hurt. That one underneath the glove of the pitcher Snowden, and it's an infield hit. Or a hit through the infield, I should say, for Tegan Riley. Second hit of the game for the Skeeters. Paige Bashati is at the plate. Bashati, the DP, takes that low. Strike called. Bashati out of Ohio Northern. Ball 4, 2 on. And it's now multiple base runners in every half inning so far. That is the third walked batter for Natalie Snowden. The opposing starter, Abby Turnpal, has also walked 3. It's the 0-1 count to Izzy Henderson. Henderson committed to Walters State Community College. Fly ball to left. Catch made by Lenhair. Brings up Julia Tomolsky, the left fielder, for the first time. Outfielder from Elon University. Bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Meeting in the circle for the impact infield. Make it 4 walks for Natalie Snowden. And the bases loaded again. Pop fly down the right field line. The second baseman Mitchell calls off the first baseman Nolte. It's the second out of the inning. First pitch is a strike to Olivia Artanis. Artanis in the portal after last year with Queen's University. The Royals of the Atlantic Sun Conference. The A-Sun going through a lot of changes this upcoming season with creation of the United Athletic Conference. It's ball 1 to Artanis, but Queens will stay in the A-Sun. They'll add a new D1 school, the University of West Florida, out in Pensacola. the Argonauts. But Artanis is in the portal, or entered the portal after her first season of college softball. Artanis up the middle. Mitchell can't control it. It's bobbled by the center fielder, and 2-run score. 1-run game with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Artanis is 2 for 2. That's scored Riley and Bashati. As Tomolsky at second, and Sidney Totarski to the plate. This ball golfed into right center. That's down for a base knock. Tomolsky will score. Artanis wraps around, and she is in on the 2 RBI double from Sidney Totarski. That makes it 4-3 Skeeters. And there will be a pitching change for the Impact. We'll step aside as Natalie Snowden's day is done. New pitcher for the Impact in the bottom of the second, Natalie Snowden. She's out. In comes Marley Gaskell, the Florida State right-hander, rather left-hander. Gaskell making her 9th appearance. So far, 28 in the third innings pitched, a 4-1 record, 4.69 ERA, has allowed 19 earned runs off 39 hits, has only walked 9 and struck out 34. And she rifles in a strike to Annalisa Weinbarger. Weinbarger fouls it off. Snowden so far her pitching line, an inning and 2/3 with 4 hits, 4 runs, all of which are earned. Walked 4 and did not strike out a batter. The runner at second is Sidney Totarski, who is her responsibility. Weinbarger down swinging, and the inning is over. But in the bottom of the second, the Skeeters take the lead, scoring 4 runs off of 3 hits, 2 walks, no errors. They leave another on. We're through 2, 4-3 Skeeters. Top of the third, Calissa Coates leads things off for the Impact, who trail for the first time after a 4 spot for the Skeeters in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Coates is ball 1. Coates went down looking in the first. And while Turnpaw, she has walked 3 batters, has allowed 5 hits that have brought in 3 runs. At the same time, she has struck out 5. That won't happen this time as Coates flies out to center. Jayla Mitchell, the second baseman, is up. Mitchell also struck out in the first. Two balls, 1 strike to Mitchell. Mitchell takes a big hack. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Wesley Chapel native. Not too far outside of Tampa in Pasco County. Just a little down, 75. The 2-2 pitch to her. It's outside and she has a full count. And Mitchell takes ball 4. So the 4th walk for Turnpaw brings up Sammy Lenhair. Akron Zips. As that ball rolled up the middle, base hit to center. First and second now for the Impact. And time taken. Here's Cam Nolte, the first baseman, struck out her only time up. She crushes this high to left center. Tomolsky is there, makes the catch. Runners stay put. There are two gone. So Mitchell at second base, Lenhare at first. And Mackenzie Smith is up. Smith grounded out 4-3 out of Indian River State College in the Citrus Conference. Weinbarger throws on a line, and she's out. Mitchell caught stealing, gunned out by Annalisa Weinbarger's arm. 2-5. That's the end of the inning. Impact scoreless in the third, despite one hit, one walk, just one left on. We're through 2.5, 4-3. Bottom of the third, Skeeters send Lila Tidball, Marissa Martinez, and Tegan Riley up. First full inning for Marley Gaskell. And so she came in to relieve the starter, Natalie Snowden, with 2 outs in the second. She struck out the lone batter she faced. So the final line for the starter, Snowden, 1 2/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 4 and struck out none. She is currently in line for the loss, but it is very much a close ball game with plenty of time left in this one. Tidball walked her only other time up. Tidball led a Florida Southern, a Mocs team that went 12-33 this season, 6-23 in the Sunshine State Conference. Great conference for softball. Had the D2 national champ St. Leo. Team of the girl on deck, Marissa Martinez. Another top 10 team in the University of Tampa. Eckerd College also makes some noise. The 2-2. Tidball powers it down the left field line, but it drops foul. So Florida Southern this past season under Coach Mo Schreiner, previously an assistant at USF and an All-American at USF just under 30 years ago under Ken Erickson and the Bulls. She's only in her first few seasons there, so still some promise as there's a foul ball. Strike three on the outside part. Tidball, a long at bat for her, but she goes down looking. The Impact start the war chant for the Florida State pitcher. First pitch is ball one to Marissa Martinez, the shortstop from that championship-winning St. Leo team. Martinez, a high chopping ball to the second baseman. Glove flip by Mitchell. Gets out the speedster Martinez. Martinez now 0 for 2. Jayla Mitchell showing off, and she has been a fantastic fielder this summer. Tegan Riley is up, the third baseman. She singled and scored in the second. First pitch fouled. Strike one. Riley from Lynn University, yet another Sunshine State Conference team. The Fighting Knights. Ball two to Riley, a native of Tampa. And the count is full to the Lane Jr. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gaskell pulls the string. It's a 1-2-3 third inning for her. And we go to the fourth. 4-3 our score. New pitcher Lily Acosta relieves Abby Turnpaw, who pitched the first 3 for the Skeeters. Acosta readies and deals. First pitch shown bunt by Mackenzie Smith. She was up in the top of the third, but a caught stealing ended her at bat prematurely, so she is back up. She grounded to second in the second. Acosta gives ball 2. Committed to Walters State Community College. Abby Turnpaw, final line, 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 4 and struck out 5. It's a foul ball. So Acosta making her 9th appearance through her first 18 innings on the season, an 0-3 record, and a 14.39 ERA. It's ball 3. So 37 earned runs off 42 hits, 28 walks to 8 strikeouts. Three one. Strike 2. So for Acosta, important to remember, it's a rising freshman playing against a lot of established Division I players, some even at the Power 4 level. Three-two pitch, slow ground ball down the third base side, gloved by Riley, over to Cochran. The runner is safe with an infield single. That brings up Autumn Russell, the extra hitter. She singled and scored in the second. Couple changes in the field made by Coach Morgan Kostler. Artanis moves from the extra hitter to second base. Keely Cochran is now in the 9-hole for Izzy Henderson. She's playing first. That one skips in the dirt, and the runner is at second. It's a 4-pitch walk to Autumn Russell, and it's first and second with nobody out for the impact. Harley Chisholm, she's 2 for 2. Harley Chisholm singles and runs in both the first and second. Redshirted this last year with the ACC regular season and tournament champs. A Florida State team that went 52-10 and 21-3 in ACC play. Another great year for Coach Lonnie Alameda, Hall of Famer. Runner takes off to third, and she is safe. Avoids the tag with the adjustment. And Coach Morgan Kostler wants time. Meeting concluded for Coach Morgan Kostler, trying to settle down her relief pitcher, Lily Acosta, who has not gotten an out yet since entering the game. She's allowed a leadoff single, followed by a 4-pitch walk. Stolen base has runners on the corners.
2-1, right?
And it's 2 balls, 1 strike to Harley Chisholm, the FSU infielder. Florida State lost some notable infielders to the portal. Most notably the National Defensive Player of the Year, one of the best contact hitters, Anissa Torres. I've brought in some transfers, but perhaps some roster movement can open up some playing time for a player such as Harley Chisholm. Chisholm fouls that one off, and still plenty of time before those questions get answered. Still a couple weeks left in this FGCL. Then there's fall ball, training in the winter, and then the season in February. 2-2 to Chisholm. She taps this to second base. Artanis goes to first, and they double up impact. So Russell at first. That brings brings up Brianna Santangelo, who has walked both times she has gotten to the plate. Santangelo rolls this off the inner part of the bat to the shortstop Martinez. Low throw, controlled by the first baseman Cochran, and the inning is over. No runs for the Impact in the fourth, despite one hit, one walk. They only leave one on. We're halfway through this one. 4-3 Skeeters. Marley Gaskell in the circle in the bottom of the fourth, facing Paige Bisciotti. Strike to Bisciotti, who walked and scored in the second. Walks have been the story in this game. Four walked batters for the Impact, 5 for the Skeeters. As Turnpaw puts this one in play, Jayla Mitchell bobbles it, and the runner is safe. E4 gets Bisciotti safe for the second time. Here's Kaylee Cochran. Her first plate appearance came in as a defensive sub in the top half for Izzy Henderson, who went 0 for 1 with a fly out to left. Ball 1 to Cochran. Keely Cochran from Minnesota. And Cochran, she strikes out. Gaskell fans her fourth batter. That brings up Julia Tamolsky out of Elon. She walked and scored in the second. And she flips this one to the second baseman. Mitchell slings it to first, gets out of the glove of the first baseman, Nolte. Perhaps what should have been a double play is just the one out. And there are now 2 gone in the 4th inning. And Kendall Bradshaw up for the 3rd time. She is 0 for 2, grounded out to the 3rd baseman in the 1st, popped out to the 2nd baseman in the 2nd. 3rd time through the order now for the Impact pitching. Ball 1 to Bradshaw. Bradshaw out of Appalachian State takes a huge swing of her shoes. Started at Gaston College, a JUCO. Last year an elite starter for the Mountaineers. Perfect display of the talent and development that can come out of the JUCO ranks. 2-1 pitch. It's ball 3 to Bradshaw. Cool mascot for Gaston, the Rhinos. And the former Rhino has a 3-2 count. Payoff from Gaskell. This one tapped softly, foul on the right field side. Ball 4. First walked batter by the Impact reliever. And it brings up Olivia Artanis, who's 2 for 2. Also brought in 2 runs off her bat in the 2nd and scored a run in the 2nd. Artanis cracks this on the ground to the first baseman. No one's covering the base, and sliding in safe is Artanis with her 3rd hit. And the bases are full for the Skeeters. And time taken by the catcher, Maddie Parker. If there is to be a run scored in this inning for the Skeeters, it will be unearned after the leadoff batter got on with an error by the 2nd baseman. Gaskell then struck out a batter, and a pop out to Tomolsky should have been the 3rd out, but instead there's only the 2nd, and Bradshaw walked. Artanis singled, and the bases are full. Fifth time this game with the bases loaded. Combined. 3rd time for the Skeeters. And it's a first pitch strike from the Seminoles lefty to Sidney Totarski. Totarski walked in the first, hit a 2-run double in the second to give the Skeeters the lead. She takes a pitch high. That hit was with the bases loaded. Also with 2 outs. One one. It's low. Ball 3. Totarski swings and fouls it on a line. Bashati at third base. Bradshaw at second and Artanis at first. Payoff to Totarski. Swing and a ball hit through the 5-6 hole. Bashati is in. Bradshaw scores. It's another 2 RBI hit for Totarski, and it extends the lead for the Skeeters. They lead it 6-3. Annalisa Weinbarger up for the 3rd time. She's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. This ball hit on the ground. That's foul into the glove of Chisholm. Weinbarger skies this to right. Catch made by Smith. Inning is over. But 2 runs come in for the Skeeters off of 2 hits, a walk, and an error. 2 others left on, and we go to the 5th. 6-3 Skeeters. Top of the fifth, Liliana Acosta back in the circle for her second inning of relief. She faces Megan Towery. Towery takes ball one. This ball over the shortstop's head, base hit to left center. Towery stops a quarter past first base with her third hit of the game. Fourth time for the Impact getting their leadoff on base. Here's Maddie Parker. Walked in the first, struck out in the second. That walk was with the bases loaded, so she has an RBI. Parker swings at this pitch high in the zone, floats it to left center, and the catch is made by Totarski. First out of the frame. Brings up Calissa Coates. Coates from Towson. Hometown kid for the Tigers from Baltimore. Attended the John Carroll School in Bel Air. Just a little outside the city. And she crushes this high down the first base foul line. Drops in foul grass before Bradshaw can reach it. Coates went down looking in the first, flew out to center in the third. Coates takes outside. One. Coates catches a piece and she fouls it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Towson infielder. Seen her play a lot of shortstop and third base this summer. 1-2. It's ball 2 to Coates. Pitch to the plate. Coates cracks it high down the right field line. Bradshaw can't get it. Rolling in the corner. Towery to third base. Coates stands up at second with a stand-up 2-bagger. Coates timed it up. Got it in the right field corner. Ninth hit of the game for the Impact. Second for extra bases. Here's Jayla Mitchell. Struck out in the first, walked in the third. She does represent the tying run. Mitchell rolls one foul. Acosta, row 1. Strike 2. And Mitchell down on strikes. 2 outs in the top of the fifth. Sammy Lanhair is up. She struck out in the first, singled in the third, and she was also caught stealing in the third inning. First pitch is ball one. This ball yanked foul. One-two to Sammy Lanhair. That's belted up the middle for a base hit. Towery scores. Coach stops at third. Now at second base. She's out. So the run scores. One run in the fifth inning for the Impact. Off of 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. We are through 4.5, 6-4. Bottom of the 5th inning between the Impact and the Skeeters. 2-run ball game with the Skeeters back up, facing Marley Gaskell, who's in for her 3rd full inning of relief. So far, she has allowed 2 runs, both unearned, that came in the 4th. Lila Tidball, the leadoff batter, walked in the 1st and struck out looking in the 3rd. There's a strike. The 2-1. Ball 3. This ball crushed high to left, and that ball off the fence. Tidball races to second. Mitchell applies the tag, and she slides in safe with a leadoff double. Sixth hit of the game for the Skeeters. Marissa Martinez is up. She's 0 for 2. Martinez drops it foul. Martinez skies it to right center. Smith underneath makes the squeeze. Martinez 0 for 3. That brings up Tegan Riley. She singled and scored in the second. Struck out swinging in the third. Gaskell gets chase. That ball's in the dirt and the runner advances. One ball, two strikes to the Skeeters 7-0 hitter Riley. Riley, a high fly ball to straightaway center. Towery underneath. And the sacrifice fly scores a run. 7-4 Skeeters. This ball popped to third base, and the catch made by Chisholm to end the inning. One run comes in for the Skeeters thanks to one hit, no errors, none left on. We're through 5, 7-4. 7-4 our score in the top of the 6th inning. It's Florida Gulf Coast League softball, the Manatee Impact against the Manatee Skeeters. Liliana Acosta in for her 3rd inning of relief. Trying to hold on to the 3-run advantage that the Skeeters offense has produced. She faces Cam Nolte, Mackenzie Smith, and Autumn Russell in the 6th inning. Nolte, she's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out. And she sends that out to left, and she has her first hit. Here's Mackenzie Smith, grounded to second in the 2nd, singled and stole a base in the 4th. Smith in the transfer portal. She swings and misses. Strike 1. The 0-1 to the plate. She shows bunt. It's high. The runner at first is Nolte. The 1-2 pitch. Smith swings, floats it over the infield, falls in left for a base hit. It's 1st and 2nd for the Impact, and the tying run is at the plate in Autumn Russell. Little substitution. Different ball for Liliana Acosta. She has now allowed 7 hits in her relief appearance. Correction, 6. Autumn Russell, who is at the plate, she singled and scored in the 2nd. Walked on 4 pitches the first time she faced Acosta in the 4th. Her 3rd plate appearance in a 3-run ball game. Strike called. The Impact has trailed since the 4-run bottom of the 2nd by the Skeeters. 2-1. Russell watches ball 3. 3-1 in on its way. And Russell is walked for the second straight time by Lily Acosta, and the Impact has the bases loaded again. Harley Chisholm is up. She's 2 for 3. Singles and runs in the first and second. Lined out into a double play in the fourth. Chisholm, the third baseman from FSU. "5'6" freshman up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Tying run at first. Chisholm swings, bounces it up the middle, into the outfield, base knock. Nolte scores. Smith to the plate. She's out. Over to third base. They get another out. 1 run comes in. 2 are out. Chisholm over to second. After video review, the call on the field stands. Out at home, out at third. Chisholm to second base with an RBI single, her third hit. Oh, 1 to Santangelo is strike 2. Ball 1. 7-5 our score in the top of the 6th. 1-2 to Brianna Santangelo. Swings and misses. Strike 3. Inning over. The Impact score 1 run in the top of the 6th off of 3 hits, no errors. They leave 1 on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-run game. The Skeeters on top. Bottom of the 6th between the Impact and the Skeeters. Skeeters in front by 2. Keely Cochran leads things off. Gaskell pumps in a first pitch strike. The 1-1 to Cochran, who's 0 for 1. The strikeout. Comes ball 2. Gaskell relieved the starting pitcher, Natalie Snowden, with 2 outs in the 2nd. Snowden went just 1 2/3 with 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and no strikeouts. That ball is fouled. Marley has allowed 2 runs, both of which, rather 3 runs, 2 of which were unearned in the 4th, allowed an earned one in the 5th. Cochran batting 9th in the Skeeters order. Ball 3. The payoff. Cochran strikes out chasing. 5th K for the Impact reliever. Here's Julia Tamolsky, her third time up. She walked in, scored in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th, and here she is now, chasing the first pitch. Strike 2. Tamolsky grew up a big soccer fan and player. Thought she'd play soccer in college. Instead, pivoted later in high school to softball. She pops that pitch out. No balls, 2 strikes to Tamolsky, the left fielder. And that pitch in the dirt. The 1-2. This ball floated over the pitcher. Coates, a difficult play. She just has to swallow it. Infield hit for Julia Tamolsky. She is now 1 for 2. On base for the 2nd time. Here we go back to the top of the order with Kendall Bradshaw. Grounded to 3rd in the 1st, popped to 2nd in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th. Bradshaw takes a chop. Bradshaw watches ball 1. It goes in the dirt, and the runner advances to 2nd. The 1-1. Bradshaw out of Apex, North Carolina. At the plate for the 4th time today with a 2-1 count. One out, and Tamolsky at second. The 2-1 pitch from the southpaw. Bradshaw catapults this high down the left field line and over the fence. 2-run bomb. A moonball off the bat of Kendall Bradshaw makes it 9-5 Skeeters. Bradshaw takes off with that one. Her first hit of the game. Big time home run. Adds a significant chunk of insurance for the Skeeters late in this one. First pitch is a ball to Olivia Artanis. Fifth home run of the summer for Kendall Bradshaw. Skeeters do have 11 home runs on the season, only behind Bradenton's 18. The slice, that is. It's 16 from the Finns and 18 for the Loggerheads. Pitch. Strike called. The 2-2. Artanis, keen eye, takes ball 3. Slow ground ball to third base. Chisholm over to first. 5-3 goes Artanis. Retired for the first time. She is 3 for 4. And there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning with Sydney Totarski up. She has been excellent today. Walked in the first. 2-run double in the second. 2-run single in the fourth. That's ball 2. The 3-0. Gaskell finds the zone with a strike. 3-1. This one hits softly the other direction. Mitchell eats it up and gives it to first base Nolte for the out. But 2 runs come in for the Skeeters thanks to 2 hits, a 2-run home run for Kendall Bradshaw, her 5th round tripper, and we are through 6. Impact down to their final 3 outs. Top of the 7th between the Impact and the Skeeters. Impact send Megan Towery, Maddie Parker, and Calissa Coates up. Down 4. Down to their last 3 outs. This ball hits sharply off the third baseman, Riley. And the leadoff is on board for the Impact. So Towery's now 3 for 4. Gets on with the E5. That brings up Maddie Parker. She's 0 for 2 with a walk. There's a bases loaded walk in the first that scored a run. So an RBI to her name as well. Also one of those outs was a strikeout. 0-1. That's high for ball 1. Liliana Acosta, her 1-1. Is low and inside. This ball crushed high down the left field line. Jumping catch made by Julia Tomolsky. Great play in left. Time taken by the Skeeters catcher, Annalisa Weinbarger. Calissa Coates is up. She struck out looking in the first, flew to center in the third, and doubled in the 5th. Coates takes ball one. Acosta locates a strike. Strike two. Two balls, two strikes to Calissa Coates with an out in the top of the seventh and a runner at first in Megan Towery. Coates hammers it on the ground. Martinez gloves it, throws it to first, out of the glove of the first baseman Cochran. And the tying run is now on deck as it's first and second. Second error of the frame. This one attributed to the first baseman for not getting the glove closed. Towery to second. Coates at first. Jayla Mitchell struck out twice, was walked once. Mitchell lines it to left. That ball is off the fence. Towery comes around to score. Coates stops at third. It's an RBI double for Jayla Mitchell. And the tying run is up at the dish. That scored Towery her second run. Coates is at third base. Mitchell is at second. Morgan Kostler is out to talk with her battery. And, well, any runs that come in this seventh inning are unearned, as two errors should have been the ball game, but that doesn't matter. It's whether or not this game will continue. The tying run is at the plate in the form of Sammy Lenhair, who has been a tricky out today for the Skeeters pitching. She struck out swinging in the first, but since then has singled twice, once with an RBI. Lenhair is up. The freshman from Akron. Second arrow is changed from E3 to E6. Little scoring note. One out, first and second, Sammy Lenhair. Rolls this softly to second. Artanis gets the force at first. A run comes in. But the impact down to their final out. Lenhair a second RBI. But Cam Nolte is the tying run. She is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, a single, and a run scored. And that hits her. The tying run on base as Mackenzie Smith is up. And so they'll bring in a pinch runner. This is not a courtesy runner. This is not a courtesy runner, as that is only awarded to catchers and pitchers. It is a true pinch runner. It is Emma Robertson. First and third, 2 outs. First pitch is ball 1 to Mackenzie Smith. Ball 2. The inning started with the Skeeters in front, 9-5. 2 runs have scored already. The dogs are anxious. They're barking. We have a thriller. The 2-0 pitch. Strike on the outside part. Two-one delivery. Smith swings and fouls it off. And the impact down to their final strike. Liliana Acosta trying to hold off the impact in this one. The 2-2 pitch. It's upstairs. The count is full. Smith, the 7th batter of the top of the 7th for the Manatee Impact. Three-two. This ball floated to left center, down for a base hit. 1-run ball game, the tying run in scoring position. A flare shot single with a full count and 2 outs for Mackenzie Smith. 3-hit ball game for Smith. Her first RBI. Robertson, the pinch runner, is at second. She represents the tying run. Autumn Russell is up. She has not been retired today. Singled and scored in the 2nd, walked in the 4th and the 6th. The pitch to her. Russell swings, floats it right side, not playable on the roof of the Skeeters dugout for strike 1. Lily Acosta. The 0-1 pitch. It's high for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch to Autumn Russell. Swing and a slow ground ball to second. Artanis gloves, gives to first, and that is the ball game. Impact. Scare the Skeeters in the top of the 7th. They score 3, bring the tying run to second, bring another runner on, but they are left stranded. 9-8 the final score. Skeeters win it. They win their 2nd straight. They're now 5-8. As the Impact drop their 2nd straight, they're now 5-8. What a game we had today. Skeeters win it 9-8. The winning pitcher, Lily Acosta. The losing pitcher, Natalie Snowden. With that, that concludes our coverage of Florida Gulf Coast League softball on this Tuesday. I'm Lance Williams saying so long and have a good night from Palmasola Park.